Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to a bit of news on the Camlough, Bessbrook, Derrymore area. And I'll start off tonight just to give a bit of a shout out to Craobh Rua. Although everything's relatively quiet, in the sporting front, because of the restrictions and what have you. But there's still a number of things that are ongoing. So one of the things, and I mentioned this last week, is Craobh Rua are doing a fundraiser. That's the last man, last woman standing. So still time to get your ticket, off them, and it's £10 a tickets, and the jackpot is 1,000 sterling. So, like myself, I'll be trying to ensure that I'm in there. If you're not in, you can't win. So, fair play to Craobh Rua for running that event. I'd also like to mention Carrickcruppen. Carrickcruppen are going to start. I think you'll see in the poster. It's an online fitness, and it's Sharon Reel who is taking the classes. And this is an absolutely brilliant way for people to, from the comfort of their own home, obviously pay your £15. That's you tuned in, and Sharon will take you through obviously the routines. And the reason why I advise you is because I know an awful lot of people are out walking at the moment, walking the roads, walking the hills, walking the mountains, and all of that type of stuff. But if you're involved in sport, you really have to keep your level of fitness up. Otherwise, by the time people get back onto the pitch or into the ring or wherever it is, it's going to take a long time for them to rebuild. So if you keep at it now, and this is probably a fantastic opportunity for people to do it. I know that there are other people doing it and have been doing it for quite a while, including a niece of mine. She has got quite a few people that are tuned into the work that she does, and it's an absolutely fantastic way for people to keep their fitness levels up. So tune in. Sharon Reel's the person that's taking it, and if you go on to the Carrickcruppen Facebook page, you'll get all the detail that you see on that poster, and that gives you an opportunity just to tune into that particular event. Next on that, Shane Oneills, I'd like to mention now. Shane's, as you know, they have the walking path around the pitch, and an awful lot of people make use of it, which is absolutely brilliant. But just what they said over the past number of days, obviously with the ice and that, just for people to be very, very careful. There's nobody stopping anybody from having the walk. The place is still open, but do it with caution. And, so everybody needs to keep safe with regards to that. I'd also like to talk about a more serious issue, and this is to do with domestic and sexual abuse. There's a new helpline that has become available, and it's Nexus that is behind this particular service. So this is a helpline that is available to people 24/7, 365 days of the year. So there's somebody there fully trained, fully equipped on the other end of the line if anybody needs their help. And as we all know, this is a time when we are locked, more locked up, less hiding places to go to, more locked up, in our homes and stuff like that there. So there's more opportunities for domestic violence, sexual abuse. The only good thing coming out of it is you can see from the stats that more people are prepared to, go and seek help. And the other good thing is that I think the agencies on the other end are more equipped, better equipped to deal with it as well than they were in the past. So I'd really, really encourage either somebody that is a victim or somebody that knows a victim to make use of this helpline. There it is there, 0808 802 1414. So please, don't hesitate to either, do it yourself or help somebody to do it, because there are professional staff on the other end of that phone, so do not suffer in silence. Okay, so something a wee bit more uplifting would be Derrymore. Again, the jewel in the crown, for this area. And you can see from just some of the photographs, just its beauty. I think in more recent times, and probably it is to do with the lockdown, more people are making use of the park itself, and the beauty of it is there's a lot of work going on, as I have mentioned before. It's not just the play park for the children, it's also walkways. There's a brand new walkway that has been upgraded, and an awful lot of sterling work that has gone on. That's the car parking. Now the car parking isn't open at the moment. It'll open whenever they have the play park finished and when there's a bit of a grand opening. As you can see, there's not a whole pile of parking spaces. I would say sooner rather than later that'll probably be extended, but at least it's something. And I'd also add just the message that came from Rose Mulholland with regards to people parking at the gates. Make sure you're not blocking the entry. At the end of the day, if emergency services have to get in, they need to be able to get through that gate. So if people, an awful lot of people, can walk from the local area to the woods, or if you need to bring your car, park somewhere along, one of the side roads and just walk in, but just be careful with it. And you can see there, that's the new play park. It's actually finished at this stage, although it's not open and the barriers are still up. But it is absolutely going to be absolutely fantastic. I haven't seen the like of it, to be honest with you. There's maybe one or two bits and pieces that have yet to be completed, but the majority of it has been finished. And anytime you go down, you'll always see quite a number of people of all ages, taking the dog for the walk or taking the kids for the walk or just out for a walk themselves. And absolutely, what a beautiful surrounding, and full of wildlife, full of nature, just absolutely fantastic. So make the best of it. It's there, it's on our doorstep. I have no doubt it's going to attract, people from all over once it is open. As far as I know, there's going to be a coffee dock within the next couple of months, in it. So it'd be great just to go along, get your coffee, bring the kids, they can play in the play park or just go for a walk. But there's also new toilet facilities that have been built as well, so it's really well catered, for the visitor, be they from the locality or from outside the area. Absolutely fantastic. So that's Derrymore Woods. I'd like to then give a shout out to a few birthday people. So first on my list is Paul. Paul is very much involved with Camlough Rovers. He's one of the stalwarts and very much appreciated. And fair play to Paul. It's Paul's birthday. So happy birthday to you, Paul. I'd also like to give a birthday wish to Jim Finnegan from Carrickcruppen. It's his birthday today. There he is with some of the clan. And big happy birthday to you, Jim. And no doubt you will be spoilt and hopefully you had a good day. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Shimi Petney. Shimi is a Bessbrook man. And I'm not too sure if the photograph will come up. But Shimi is a friend of my own, born and reared, came from the Camlough Park area, and it's his birthday as well. So big shout out to Shimi. It was on the second email that I sent you, Cal. So anyhow, I'm sure you'll not be too worried that his photograph didn't appear. I'd also like to give a shout out to Amy Mackin. And if anybody was watching the Irish News All Stars Award, Amy, again, another absolutely brilliant tribute to such a fantastic footballer, so she got a great award. That's Shamie now, Shamie with the daughter Veronica. But happy birthday, Shamie. So, but Amy, yet again, her, the level of determination, her skills, her absolute fantastic involvement, in football has been recognised, and rightly so. And so she got a fantastic award at the Irish All-Stars.
Football Player of the Year. Thomas, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Lynette. Here we have it. The Irish News Ulster All-Star Ladies Player of the Year is Amy Mackin of Armagh.
Congratulations to Amy Mackin from Armagh and Kieran.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So fair play, Amy, neighbour of my own. So that's it, folks. Short and sweet this week. And again, thanks very much everybody for tuning in, and thanks Destination Newry for giving me this opportunity. So until next week, AOI August Slang of File.